test your focus. Top 25 team against an unranked opponent. Can you take care of business? It's the Syracuse Orange and the Ohio State Buckeyes. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rose down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
On the banks of the Olentangy River, the Horseshoe is one of the most iconic venues in all of sports. Over 100,000 people strong, the Ohio State Buckeyes might have the best home field advantage in all of college sports. These fans are ready to rock and showcase their Buckeyes this season. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Looking forward to see how this one goes.
Always trying to find that
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. And he's in! Touchdown, Orange!
And the running back was not going to be denied on that play. He had a hole, he saw it, he put his foot in the ground, and that was pay dirt.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. So it's an 80-yard drive, and close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run.
You let them move the chains, and now they're knocking on your door, 1st and goal.
They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. And he charges across the line. Touchdown, Ohio State.
And what a push up front by this offensive line. Everyone playing in unison, driving out of their stance, working into the second level, hats on hats, creating a lane for that running back.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. And they add the extra point to finish the drive. So it's an 80-yard drive, and they finish it off with a short plunge into the end zone. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Back to pass on 2nd down. Makes the grab, and he will score! Touchdown, Buckeyes!
Well, I love the decision-making by the quarterback, going to his go-to receiver in that situation of the game, but defense, come on. You got to know that's the guy the QB's looking for.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays, and they capped things off with a 9-yard touchdown pass.
In space in the defense for the completion.
The Buckeyes trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. From the gun, fires to the end zone. Touchdown! Buckeye makes the catch, plenty of room, feet down in the end zone.
And how big is that for this offense? Put a nice drive together, get the touchdown, add to this lead already. Everything right now, Palmer, going their way.
Yeah, that was as good a 2-minute type situation as you can have offensively. And David, they've got so many weapons on this offense. They practice these situations all the time, and they put it to work here at the end of the first half.
Ready to try the point after. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. So that's a 60-yard touchdown drive. And they cap things off with a 9-yard touchdown pass. Just know what's going on the sideline. The Buckeyes trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown,
love seeing that if you're the head coach of this team, right? You always want to see your team start fast early in games and then also start fast at the beginning of the third quarter. You had a big lead. You take the ball right away here in the second half. You drive it down the field, and you score. This offense has been dialed in right from the get-go.
Casino del Sol Stadium. EA Sports College Football with an early season non-conference showdown that might carry a little more weight than just conference bragging rights. It's the Florida State Seminoles and the Arizona Wildcats. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's check in with our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
Thanks, guys. Checking in with the Seminoles head coach before the game. This is going to be a huge challenge to get this upset on the road. Not only is this one of the best quality opponents they have faced so far, it is a quality crowd. You can hear from the noise. This crowd is ready to get after it. A very hostile environment. We will see how they handle it, and I will keep you posted how it's going down here on the field. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. Can't wait to see how this one unfolds. They'll send out the field goal unit. He'll try to put up the 3-ball from 43 yards away. He splits the uprights. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
A game this guy's going to have.
The Seminoles will line it up on 1st and 10. Rides to back and leaves it. Nice move there. Touchdown, Seminoles! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
And that's a big problem for this defense. When you get that guy in space, it's hard to catch him. You got to bottle him up near the line of scrimmage. Palmer, too much daylight too early in that run.
Yeah, you're right, David. And I think that's what makes this guy unique. With his skill sets, you just know it's a matter of time. You just keep giving him the football. Good things are going to happen. Long touchdowns are going to happen. And you saw it right there.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 7-3. So that was a 6-play, 75-yard drive. And it was capped with an explosive 22-yard run.
Get 6.
They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. And this one is perfect. That brings them to within 1.
That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wondered maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
Grab behind the line. It's Jordan. It got enough space. Touchdown, Wildcats. And that one will give them the lead.
This receiver is dangerous because of what he can do after the catch. Once he has the football, he is so good at making defenders miss. You saw it on that play.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point is good, and the lead is 6. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a touchdown pass covering 28 yards. They'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Wants to throw. It's Daniels. Into the hallelujah land. Touchdown, Noles!
This offense needed a big play, and that is the guy that they need to go to help create a spark on offense. Awesome job.
Extra point here will give them the lead. And the extra point gives them the lead at 14-13. They put together an 81-yard drive, and they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass.
And then get to 3rd down, and we can still have a better situation now because we got rid of the football and took the yards that were there.
Going for 6. Touchdown, Wildcats! And they've moved out front here in the fourth. The Wildcats are right back on top.
Man, this is wild. Late in the game, we're seeing two heavyweight fighters trading blows. The offense scores their last time out. This offense now scores a touchdown here late to get the lead, but there's time left on the clock. Can the defense step up here and make a stop to preserve this win?
How about this? A two-point conversion coming. The snap sets up to throw. Get it out on the screen. He gets it into the end zone. The two-point try is good, and now the lead is 7.
Keep this thing ticking away. By going down inbounds, you're doing exactly that.
They go right back to him. Touchdown, Wildcats! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And that is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a 2-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up, but getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point splits the uprights. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. FSU calling its second timeout. And with the clock stopped, they can get their thoughts together to call this play after picking up the... And he will score! Touchdown, Florida State! The Seminoles back in the lead.
Yeah, and that's step one. Great job by this offense getting in the end zone. Now you got to go get the stop. You got to get the football back. You've got to find a way to do something to create a turnover, get an onside, to get the football back, to get back in this football game.
On to attempt the try. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. 75 yards on the touchdown drive. And they close that drive going to the air for the final few inches and the score. Just over a minute to play. They're lining up for an onside kick to try to pull off this rally.
And you're just waiting for that right bounce, that right skip for that ball to get 10 yards to try to make something happen and make a miracle come to fruition. And Palmer, it's not going to happen. The defense's hands team, they were ready, they were dialed in, and they get the football back.
Yeah, they fall on that one, David, and they can breathe a little bit easier now. But let's be honest, I mean, in college football, we've seen crazier things happen in these types of situations. The ball takes a crazy bounce. There's always a chance. You got to give the receiving team there a lot of credit. The hands team gets it done, and they win the game.
It is great to have you with us from Jones Stadium in Lubbock, Texas. We have a ranked versus unranked battle coming up here. You know how chaos can ensue if they start smelling an upset. It's the Jacksonville State Gamecocks and the Texas Tech Red Raiders. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer here in the booth. Holly Rowe is down on the sidelines, and we check in with her right now.
Lubbock has one of the best fan bases in college football. When you step on the field, they are welcoming, they are loud, and they are passionate about their Red Raiders. This has become a must-visit venue. If you're talking about college football, do not sleep on Lubbock, Texas. The Red Raiders are ready to roar. Back to you.
Thanks, Howard.
Using his quickness and using his strength to get him to the ground, that is a baller.
Right down the boulevard, it's good. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. Comes the offense on second down. Tight end now in motion. The run inside. It's Dickey. Plows through the defense. Headed to the end zone. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Red Raiders!
And we know football gets harder when you start to get in the red zone in the field choice. Who needs that? Break the long touchdown run. Nice job by the back. Seeing the hole, exploding through, getting a long touchdown run.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And what a way to finish it off with a 21-yard touchdown run. Down as he stopped at the 13. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. At the 35, he's got room. There he goes. He's at the 20. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Red Raiders.
And that's what makes this guy so dangerous. You get him the ball early, and he can do all the work after the catch. Phenomenal job in the open field. Uses the speed. It's a long touchdown. Man, it feels like an earthquake just went off here.
Yeah, and it's so nice to have that guy that you can find, and he can make all that damage after the catch. And I tell you what, as a defense, you got to respect it. You got to get more eyeballs on him and more attention to him.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. That one's going to get a little star mark beside it on the play sheet. One play, explosive, touchdown, just like that.
Going, but moving forward, let's see if we can get him out to the perimeter.
Dropping back, it's Hammond. Pocket breaking down. It's caught downfield. Runs through a man, he might have some space. Touchdown, Red Raiders! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And a lot of times late in football games, you'll see offenses get really, really conservative with the lead. I like how this offense didn't go against the clock. They stayed within themselves. They stayed true to who they were. And now, big-time advantage, big-time lead, up by 17 in the fourth quarter.
PAT unit on the field. And now with the extra point, they're up by 18 here in the fourth. A 69-yard touchdown drive, and the final 34 yards covered by that touchdown pass.
Pretty nice lead here late. Just want to find ways to keep the chains moving. They're doing that.
A first down run in the red zone. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one. Welcome to storied Beaver Stadium in State College, Pennsylvania. The crowd has this place jumping already. It's the TCU Horned Frogs and the Penn State Nittany Lions. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Holly Rowe, some interesting storylines setting up in this one.
Guys, Penn State made one of the most interesting hires of the offseason. Matt Campbell has shown that he can do it all at Iowa State. Tough nose, and he is a physical coach that makes sure his players play tough. Let's see if the Blue Bloods can get a blue-collar work ethic and bring Penn State back to excellence. Back to you.
Thank you, Holly. Really looking forward to this matchup.
Kind of took it the other direction, right? They came out throwing the football, now softened them up. Now let's see if they can start to get that ground game going.
Maybe some room here. And he runs it in for a score. Touchdown, Penn State!
That's a nice job by the offense there in their second drive. I know in the opening possession you go 3 and out, you're scratching your head. It didn't obviously go the way you wanted to, but a good job of sort of collecting yourselves, going through the next couple play calls and making sure everybody's back on the same page. We saw this offense, David, on this drive really be in sync and finally find the rhythm.
You got to like the answers, right? Like sometimes you come out, sometimes you're situated and you're ready to rock and roll and it comes out hot. Sometimes it doesn't, but I like the response where defense does their job.
Be able to make that play.
They've decided to try to go for the field goal here. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. Splits the uprights. Good. That'll bring him to within 4. 3rd and long. To the air. It's Beck. He lofts one down the sideline. Goes high to pull it in. He's loose. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. Roll into the end zone, and this crowd was eating it up.
Well, you got to give the quarterback a lot of credit on that one, David. As soon as he recognized man coverage, there was no question where he was going to be looking. One of the fastest wide receivers in the game.
I was about to say, you credit the quarterback. It's his speed. You play him man-to-man, he gets open, he wins. I'm not sure why we're crediting the quarterback. He's got jets.
Getting set for the point after. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they light up the scoreboard covering 65 yards on that touchdown pass.
Giving your elite speed guys a chance to get to the edge in the most crowded part of the field. So it wasn't a home run, it wasn't a touchdown, but you like those little positive.
Touchdown, Penn State! Fired in from the red zone for the score. I don't know exactly what the defensive coverage was, but it certainly wasn't part of the plan to leave him that wide open.
Well, I don't think they know what their defensive coverage was either. How do you leave that big guy open down here in the red zone? You know the quarterback loves the big tight ends in this area. Really poor job by the defense.
Lining up to add another. And the extra point makes it a 21-3 lead. So it's an 80-yard drive, and they close the deal with the 7-yarder for the score. Damage was on that last play. The pass interference penalty in the end zone will put the ball at the 2. Touchdown, Penn State! And the stomping has commenced.
And honestly, David, the defense does not look locked in these last 2 plays at all. They had the pass interference. There was guys complaining on the field. They looked a bit discombobulated, late getting lined up. The very next play, though, the offense is able to take advantage of it, running it in for a score.
Man, you got to get physical down there, man. When you get inside the 5-yard line, you know what's coming a lot of the times, man, and you got to meet that physical.
There's nothing quite like a great rivalry matchup in college football. The bitterness, the intensity, the lifetime of memories that will come as a result of what we're about to see in this one. It's the Baylor Bears and the Texas A&M Aggies. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rose down on the sidelines. We check in with her now.
When you walk into Kyle Field in College Station, Texas, it is so dynamic. From the traditions, the cheering, the crowd in unison. It is straight up and down of electric Aggie pride. This is one of the most unique places you can ever watch a college football game, and we expect it to be just as loud and energetic here today. Back to you.
Okay, Holly, and the Bears.
He can take it the distance, but they couldn't get it done there.
They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Marcel Reed. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Texas A&M. They can use this first score to sort of set the tone, guys, in this rivalry matchup.
Man, doesn't this feel good to come out, score early, Get the crowd involved. Get the nerves out of the way, Palmer, when you're playing in a big rivalry game.
Yeah, and I feel like momentum's always a big thing in any game, but in rivalry games, it's that much more important because everybody is going to feed off that first score now.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. So that's a 60-yard touchdown drive. And the capper on that drive, the 10-yard touchdown run. A 3rd and goal, and this defense feeling energy from the crowd. Trying to punch it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Bears! They just took the air out of that thing. That might be an understatement. They took the ball away and just wore down, just grinded away at that defense.
It took a lot of time off the clock in the process as well. I'm impressed with the physicality up front of this offense because that's where it all starts. If you're going to march the ball down the field like they just did, you've got to be dominating in the trenches, and they are doing that in this game right now.
Extra point here will tie the game. And the extra point was good to finish things off. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. It has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Texas A&M ready to go with another first down. Reed. He's going for the big play. He caught it! And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Aggies!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Ready to try the point after. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive. And they finish with a big play, a touchdown strike from the 46.
Goal range, they got that 3 in their back pocket.
And they're going to head out to line up for a field goal. He's got it, showing off that big leg from 47 yards out. Give them dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Back to throw, time running short in the half. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears!
Man, textbook how you end a first half. You're trailing, you need to put a drive together. Great job using all of the clock, getting the TD, and you want to talk about creating some momentum going into the half and knowing I get the football, so everything trending in the right direction.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, they close it to a 17-14 game. They put together an 81-yard drive, and the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass.
Get him to the ground for no gain.
And on 4th down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Absolutely center cut. And we are dead even after the field goal here in the 3rd. 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. And he's already put 1 3 spot on the board. He'll try another one from 25 yards out. Smashes it between the uprights. And with that field goal, they now have the lead. And up for one of the biggest kicks of this game. There is no doubt, at this point in the game, this crowd knows how big this kick could be. And it's good! Tie ball game here in the 4th. Touch out of field goal range. They need to pick up yards quickly on 3rd down. Again, it's Reed. He's got it. Open space at the 25. Touchdown, Texas
this offense. And as a head coach, you love to see your team respond. Obviously, your defense gives up a field goal on the last possession to tie the game. Offense doesn't even flinch. You come out on the field, you execute, you march it down the field, score a touchdown, and you punctuate that drive, retaking the lead and putting all the pressure back on your opponent.
They'll try to add another to their lead. The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. So that was a 6-play, 75-yard drive. And they finished things off with a 44-yard touchdown pass.
He's going to have to buckle up and really protect their guy up front.
To throw, it's Lagway. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Ball falls to the turf. The final pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for this one. This is a live look at the Swamp, Ben Hill Griffin Stadium in Gainesville. Today, we have one of those games that test your focus. Top 25 team against an unranked opponent. Can you take care of business? It's the Cal Golden Bears and the Florida Gators. Reese Davis, David Pollock, and Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rowe down on the sideline, and Holly, a little familiarity in this one.
Guys, Florida has been through the gauntlet with coaches lately, trying to find some stability. They have a new opportunity here with a young up-and-coming coach in John Summerall. He has been a proven winner at all of the stops. Now he has an opportunity to turn the Gators around and bring them back to relevance in the SEC. Reese?
Thanks, Holly. Looking forward to see how this one goes. And the Gators getting set on 1st and 10. Off the boot, looking for his man. Quick shovel pass. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Florida! All that baby in and then stroll into the end zone for the score.
How about that first drive by the offense? Usually script the first 10 plays. Well, I had one extra. It only took 9. Great job moving down the field, stringing plays that look like other plays together, and getting this opening drive touchdown.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. So it's a 77-yard touchdown drive, and the score came on an impressive run from the 20. And they're going to head out to line up for a field goal. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. Smashes it between the uprights.
Skis, and he's letting his God-given ability put him in the backfield to make these plays.
Makes the grab. Touchdown, Golden Bears. A great catch and run for 6.
Find my matchups out wide. I love a matchup with my wide receiver. I like my guy better than yours. Quarterback finds the matchup. The wide receiver catches the football, takes it into the end zone for 6.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. They'll send the tight end in motion. Off the bootleg to buy a little space. Got his man downfield. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida.
Man, this guy is an elite tight end. This guy is a dude. He keeps making plays like this. We're going to start comparing him to Brock Bowers and Kyle Pitts. The run after the catch, the big body, the athletic ability. He has it all.
Ready to try the point after. And with the extra point, they're up 14-10. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive. And the finisher coming courtesy of that touchdown toss from 45 yards out. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Makes the grab. Touchdown, Gators! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
You know, there's so many coaches out there in 2-minute situations at the end of the half with the lead that'll just be happy taking the lead into halftime. This guy's staying aggressive, though. Pedal to the metal, David, and you saw it paid off there for the touchdown.
Yeah, and let's finish this half now. Now, we got a nice lead. Built a little bit of a lead, but the defense has to go back out there. There's still a little bit of time, so get that stop to keep that momentum you just got, and everybody will be jacked up at halftime.
And the extra point is good, and they have an 11-point lead. They put together a 65-yard drive for the score, and they finish it with an 11-yard touchdown dart.
So nice job in coverage.
Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. Big kick here can claw them ever so closer to that lead, and the crowd trying to rattle this guy.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
The game with the lead late. They're going to try and run the football, and they're going to try and bleed the clock. They need all ball carriers to stay in bounds to keep this clock ticking, just like that guy.
Breaks the tackle, and he's got room. Inside the slippery slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Gators!
And you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point splits the uprights. It's 28-13. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish with a 62-yard pass for the score.
Game manager, no, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep those sticks at a more manageable situation, and I'm not as...
And it's caught. Late touchdown here, probably too little too late. It would take a monumental miracle to come back now.
All right, big touchdown makes it a 9-point game. You got to kick the extra point right now, and then you've got to find a way somehow, some way to get the football back. You're going to have to score again and go for 2. A lot has to go right, but at least you get that touchdown to give yourself an opportunity.
And with the lead sitting at 9, they'll try to make it a one-possession game. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. So a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. And they finish it by firing one in from the 13 for the score. The clock reads 19 seconds. Onside kick coming. They have to get it to have a chance to win. The hands team out there to avert disaster, and so they do. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here. Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. Glad to have you along from Evanston, Illinois, Ryan Field. EA Sports College Football with a showcase high-profile interconference showdown. It's the Missouri State Bears and the Northwestern Wildcats. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you, and Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
I caught up with the Missouri State head coach before the game. This is a challenging performance right now. The Big Ten defending national championship conference, but you bring a group of 6 team in here and they want to compete. Many of these players overlooked, under-recruited, and they're coming in here today with a big chip on their shoulder. They want to prove they're just as good as the big boys. Guys?
Thank you, Holly. Really looking forward to this matchup. Trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. They'll move the tight end. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Bears!
And the running back was not going to be denied on that play. He had a hole. He saw it. He put his foot in the ground, and that was pay dirt.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. The defense stopped them again on 2nd and goal. Wants to throw, they'll have to be efficient against the clock. Looking to get it in, and they will score! Touchdown, Bears!
And how big is that for this offense? Put a nice drive together, get the touchdown, add to this lead already. Everything right now, Palmer, going their way.
Yeah, that was as good a 2-minute type situation as you could have offensively. And David, they've got so many weapons on this offense. They practice these situations all the time, and they put it to work here at the end of the first half.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. So it's an 80-yard drive, and they cap the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass.
It's as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
On 2nd down, he'll try to make the connection this time. Touchdown, Northwestern! Quick strike through the air for the score. These two have spent plenty of time together. That was almost telepathic, David.
No doubt, and quarterbacks and wide receivers throw all off-season to get on the same page. You can see he hits him in stride. That's why he gets the touchdown.
Lining up to add another. And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown, and they finish it with an 11-yard touchdown dart. Just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Keeps it on the option. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Missouri State.
Well, this guy's dynamic, and he can hurt you in a variety of ways in the option game, and he had a chance that time to pitch it out wide if he wanted to, but he kept it himself. He shows you the wheels, takes it in for the score.
Lining up to tack 1 more onto that lead. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. They'll come to the line trying to take a slice out of this lead on 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Touchdown, Northwestern. Makes the grab right along the back of the end zone.
What a fantastic route that time. If you're going to be able to throw the ball down in this area of the field where the windows close so quickly, you have got to be precise with the route running, and that's what happened right there. That's an easy connection between the QB and his target for the score.
Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, they're down a touchdown, 21-14. So it's an 80-yard drive, and the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass.
Locating where the football was and getting to the ball carrier, really good job at the point of attack.
To the ground to try to pick up the first. He's got enough to move the chains, and that clock will keep moving, and they'll be able to run it out.
Man, the nicest thing in sports to have is to be able to rely on the run game, to have the lead and be able to run that clock out. Just watch it tick, and the defense can do nothing about it. And that right there gets it done. Leaning on the ground game, and Jesse, I don't know about the clock, but that thing's about to run out.
And that's really the identity of this offense, too. They are going to be physical. They're going to run the ball even when you know it's coming. And in that situation where you just need one first down to end the game, you can go out and execute like that. They're going to feel good after this one.
Welcome to L&N Federal Credit Union Stadium. We have a ranked versus unranked battle coming up here, and you know how chaos can ensue if they start smelling an upset. It's the Kansas State Wildcats and the Louisville Cardinals. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's check in with our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
Did you know Louisville has one of the most unique stories about their stadium in all of college football? The L&N Federal Credit Union Stadium was built on a former railroad repair yard that opened in 1998. The land on which it was built was previously serving as a site for the Louisville and Nashville South Louisville Rail Yard. During construction of the stadium, the blaring train horn was used at the rail yard to indicate shift changes and was reclaimed. It is now blown pregame and each time the Cardinals score. Guys, back to you.
All right, Holly. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on offense, threatening. Close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. And he surges across the line. Touchdown, Kansas State! Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. What this offense was looking for sets them up at the 26 with the first down. Wants to go right back downfield. Fires deep toward the end zone. In the end zone, he's got it! Touchdown, Wildcats! Effective offense, leading the way here and establishing this lead.
And that's how you draw it up, right? You want to come out, be clicking early, get everything going, way to get all the facets rolling. The defense right now on their heels, they have no answers. The offense doing whatever they want.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. So it's an 80-yard drive, and they finish the deal with a 26-yard touchdown pass. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. This is a designed run. Touchdown, Wildcats! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
They have been road warriors here in this game, coming into a tough environment, but in all 3 phases, they have been absolutely dominant. Their defense is not allowed a point, and the offense is going up and down the field, and they score another touchdown here before the end of the first half.